Cillian wins Best Actor. I know you're pulling for Giamatti. I think, let's talk box office. The Holdovers needed to be a big hit, and it's not. I think
I
the
don't
fact that
think
he
that
beat Wright.
matters.
Hold
I don't
on.
think
Let
that
me
matters for
speak.
an
Let me
acting
speak. Let
award.
me speak.
Not for an
Let me
acting
speak.
award. Sure.
Let me speak. Let me speak. I think the fact that he beat Wright is, I love Wright. And listen, and I'm going to, real quick, I just got to say this. Andrew Scott, I saw All of Us Strangers. I'm not a critic,
Huh?
Haven't cried at a movie that much since Dear Evan Hansen. Just gonna say that.
Wow.
Beautiful.
I did.
You sat next to me.
I sat next to you with
Evan
Dear Evan
Hansen.
Hansen, not for All of Us Strangers, and you were a mess for Dear Evan Hansen. So I can't even imagine what happened with this All of Us Strangers this weekend.
It is a work of art. Okay.
Wow.
My heart is with Andrew Scott. I know he probably won't get nominated, but I dismissed him when we were talking Globes, and I am sorry, Andrew Scott. You are a great actor, and you are you created and helped create a beautiful work of art. But we're talking box office here. So,
but here's one thing on Andrew Scott. I just want to jump in and maybe give you. I think he's got a shot for number 5 because I think Leo is not going to get the nomination. I think Leo and Marty are all in on the mission awards mission of Killers of the Flower Moon is Lily Gladstone winning Best Actress. And I think Leo is starting to fade into the background, which he seems to be totally fine with. So I think if you're looking at the Best Actor 5, Cillian and Paul Giamatti are the doinkiest of doinks. The two of them they won tonight. I think it's the two of them battling for the win. I think Bradley Cooper is getting in there, and he's still, I think, an outside shot to win. But I think he's third. I think it's Giamatti versus Cillian. Jeffrey Wright is getting in.
Yes.
And I think that 5 spot feels like Leo's 5, but I actually think Andrew Scott is going to jump in there ahead of Leo. He's going to be this year's Paul Mescal. That's what I think. That's what I think.
Really, really hope so. Now let's just talk Giamatti and Cillian really quick.
Sure.
Cillian, boring as all hell. Giamatti, with his speech, came prepared. The man is armed for battle.
Yes.
He has a narrative. He has my family are teachers. Teachers are important. I play a teacher. You already like me, but guess what you like even more? The concept of teachers. I don't think people actually like teachers as much as they say they like teachers. No offense to teachers, but the concept of teachers is something that you can get behind. I mean, it's one of those things like
kids hate teachers and adults hate paying teachers, but everyone
they
loves
don't respect teachers. Yeah.
Right. And everyone says, though, but we have to respect teachers. So I think people want to honor teachers in ways where they don't have to pay them. So giving Paul Giamatti an Oscar is a way of honoring teachers without having to pay them living wages.
Absolutely.
So people can get behind that.
I could get behind that. Now, we'll have to see what happens with the rest of these awards, because if Cillian just starts rolling and getting all these awards, then it's over. But if Giamatti can sort of hold back the wave for Oppenheimer, right, which it seems like Oppenheimer's going to win Best Picture, it's going to win Best Director, Robert Downey Jr. is going to win, slam doink of all slam doinks, Best Supporting.
That's the doinkiest doink.
I think Giamatti has sort of a chance, but right now I'm not seeing
I'm shocked. I am shocked where you are. Listen, you could think Cillian is the more likely. I'm not seeing it after they both won tonight. Giamatti gave the much better speech, the much more memorable speech, the speech that's going to make people like him and want to see him more, where Cillian went up there and just stiff as a board, gave the people nothing, gave no narrative. And listen, Holdovers was not a box office hit, but it is a movie everyone is watching. Like all the people who vote for these awards, everyone will have seen the Holdovers. Will all of them have seen Poor Things? I think a lot less than the Holdovers. Will all of them have seen Zone of Interest and Anatomy of a Fall? Very few will have seen that. Everyone who votes for the Oscars will have seen the holdovers and will like that movie. No one is
But
going to not like that movie.
Pat,
So the dismissal is what's shocking to me, because if we were sitting here in a month and Cillian Murphy had just won the SAG award, just won 3 other awards, then I'd say, okay, there's momentum. As of tonight, the two of them are the front runners to win, and nothing changed that.
Pat, it's a predominantly comedic performance by Giamatti, okay? What does the Academy
It's not a
like
comedy, though. I
more?
mean, it's not this is
Pat,
not him trying to win for A Fish Called Wanda, which won an Oscar. This is him winning
okay.
for a dramedy that is a tearjerker.
Pat, you're letting your heart get in the way here.
No, don't
Yes, you are.
give me that. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
You need to
Don't give
calm
me
down
that.
and be less
Don't give me
emotional
that.
is what I'm
Don't
saying.
tell me to calm
'Cause
down.
we're analytical. This is an analytical show, and we're analyzing. So you gotta put your emotions to the side here for a second. You're being hysterical. You're getting hysterical.
Clayton,
You gotta calm
Clayton,
down.
you're very. I
Just calm
have
down.
wannabe senior intern Christopher on speed dial. I
Okay.
could get him in this seat so quickly it'll make your head spin. That box office hat that people could see you wearing on our YouTube channel, it'll fly off your head how quickly it'll spin when I get wannabe Christopher in
From
here.
my cold, dead hands. Now, let me continue.
Jack will be the one who takes care of that.
You know what? Listen, do not invoke Jack. If I see Jack at my door, there's going to be some trouble. It's over. I mean, it is over for me, I feel like. But here's the thing. What does the Academy like more than a historical figure, a boring performance about a historical figure? They love those performances.
Sure.
That is why Cillian Murphy is the front runner, and I think he's going to win. Giamatti gave a great performance, but it is comedic, dude. It is comedic. Okay?
Sure, but you're the
it's not talking out of your ass like Jim Carrey, but it's comedic.
The thing that I find silly, which is what I find what you're saying now silly, is that today you are talking in foregone conclusions, when instead, as of today, that Best Actor race is a clear 2-horse race. And things over the next few weeks will give us more information. And this could be your prediction now, but you're talking down to people who think that this is a 2-horse race. And that, again, could change over that could change. But as of tonight, nothing about the Globes changed the fact that those two are clearly the people who could win that award.
Listen, Pat, I texted you. I'm going to admit to this. I texted you after I saw All of Us Strangers that Andrew Scott makes all the other nominees look like bozos.
This is not about who I think should win, and I know that's where you're going.
But okay. And of course, I stepped that back because I felt bad, because I do like Wright and I love Giamatti. I mean, I love Wright too, but I love Giamatti, and Cooper's my man. He's my boy. Okay. But I do feel, in all honesty, a little bit of an emotional connection here with you and Giamatti, where you're not seeing what I'm seeing.
This is where you're overstepping your bounds here.
I'm not.
You're overstepping your bounds. You're overstepping your bounds. You're overstepping your bounds.
For you, the audience doesn't have bounds. The audience isn't saying, "Oh, don't go there, Clayton." They're saying, "Go there, Clayton."
You're overstepping your. No, listen, this is great radio. I admit this is great radio.
Of course, it's great radio, but
it's great radio. Kirk Minahan is lighting up a stogie listening to this right now.
I think what you need to do is, interrogate your feelings and come back with a clear head.
It's not about feelings. They both just won the only major precursors that we have as data points. They both won them tonight, and yet you're sitting here talking in foregone conclusions and trying to make me seem like a person who's going on emotion, even though they both won the same award tonight, and one of them gave a bomb of a speech in front of the room of people who are going to be voting on the Oscars.
Dude, Bo is afraid. What's his face? Joaquin Phoenix gave nothing but terrible speeches, and he still won for Joker.
There was no competition in that year that anyone even thought would be close to winning that award. Adam Driver for Marriage Story should have won, but he was never looked at by any prognostic. That was the supporting actress of that year. In terms of this year, Divine Joy Brown is the runaway slam doink
Oh,
to win
she's
an
a slam
Oscar.
dunk. Yeah. We don't have to
And
talk about
Joaquin
that.
Phoenix was of the 4 acting categories that year, was the one who was the slam doink.
Now, can I ask you, because we got to find sources and look at facts.
Yes.
Where are you seeing that Giamatti has as big of a chance as you're giving him?
Go
Are you
to
going to
let's look
Globe
up. Go to
Derby?
betting odds. Yeah, no. Look at the betting odds.
I'm not a
In the betting odds.
degenerate.
But the degenerates, no. The degenerates
The
were
Deegans?
in the Deegans were on Kiwi Kwan quicker than anyone last
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
So you go look up all the different betting sites that have odds on the Oscars. Here's a shout out of people who closely follow this. Mike, and Oscar. We were a guest on that great show.
Great show. Great.
About a month
I
ago.
only met one Mike, but if he's anything like the other Mike, he must be a great man.
I've met both Mikes, and they're both great Mikes.
Okay.
So
the Mike I met was very nice.
The other Mike, almost as good. Almost as good.
Okay.
They follow this closer than anyone.
Yeah.
And they also follow, aside from following the experts, the gold derbies and stuff, they follow the betting odds. And Giamatti has been the favorite, and obviously the odds will change tonight. All the bookmakers are updating the odds after they watch the Golden Globes. So he's up there. That is the 2-horse race, is the two of them.
Where do you think I'm disagreeing that this is a 2-horse race?
Because you're talking about it in terms of a foregone conclusion.
I'm making a prognostic. I'm prognosticating, which is what we do.
Right.
Right. And then you're getting mad at me saying that I think Cillian is going to win this.
Oh, listen, if he wins, that's not one of my favorite movies. If he wins, he wins. There's been best actor performances that I think stink. This is not one of them. Mm-hmm. What I am getting worked up about is that you went right to. Well, I'm getting worked up about the accusations of me getting worked up about. I'm not getting worked up.
That gets a little blurry there.
I'm not getting worked up that you think Cillian is going to win over Giamatti. I'm getting worked up over the fact that you think that I'm getting worked up about that. And you're claiming emotionality about that, because I'm not emotional about that. I'm emotional about the accusations of being emotional. And that's what's making me furious.
I'm just sort of observing what I'm seeing. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So that's the best actor race.